Hey guys, Doug the Retirement Guy here. Got an update on ULTY. You know we're going to give you an update as soon as we can because so many people hold this. We have so many people watching it. We want to make sure we keep everyone on the same page and up to date with good news, bad news. So we're not trying to beat it to death, but we're keeping our eye onto it, especially for all of our viewers. Saying that, we want to thank each and every one of those subscribers out there. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, and also thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. So in this one here, we have updates, changes, performance for the week for ULT. Let's get into the update. Notice to all viewers, past performance does not guarantee future results. The information provided in the videos for educational, informational purposes only. It should not be considered financial or investment advice. Examples and suggestions are discussed are illustrative and may not be suitable for individual situations. Always consult a licensed financial advisor or professional before making financial decisions. So the forecast, this is one of the big things that came out that we were able to get information on, and that is the technical and forecast signals. A bullish double bottom formation was identified on August 1st. Now remember, August 1st is when we had the big drop off in the entire stock market. But that's put out there that they suggest a potential of 5 to 6% upside. So it would get the price to about $6.45 by September 26th, which is huge, especially when it's sitting down there and on August 1st, we were down to $5.96. That's a huge upswing in a very short period of time. Now the resistance level lie near that 615 to 625 point. A break above that could trigger a fresh buy signals, short and long-term moving averages, and currently a signal sell bias. Now, what does that really mean? That means we're sitting right now in a level that is, we're trying to break through that ceiling again. We're trying to break through that $6.25 ceiling. There's a 10-cent gap in here, 615 to 625. If we can start to break through that like we were previously before August 1st, this thing will continue to gain its averages and get back to that $6.45, which it has been before. So this is nothing new. This is nothing like, oh, we're just making up stuff now. The real answer is all the indications and all the signals and all the technical stuff says this should be a $6.45 fund. But we have to break through that barrier at 615 to 625. Once it does, you're going to see the buying signals for people of short to buy, people of long to buy, and then you're going to get the averages where they're going to sell. Anyone who wants to take the profits, sell to take profits. Now the forecast model upside estimate an average price target. They have this average at $6.77 with a range going to be between 451 and 865, basically saying that there's a 12.7% upswing. Now this is a 12-month forecast. So this is not something you're going to see next week. You're not going to see probably by the end of the year. What they're saying is they're looking at this thing at 677 is the top end point in about 12 months. We may see it rise all the way to 865, but we could see it drop down as low as 451. So it gives you an idea and a roadmap of what is the future going to hold. None of this, you can't bank on any of this, but you can be prepared for all of this to see what goes on. We'll see if we hit that September 22nd deadline of $6.45, and we'll see if we can break through that 615 to 625 point. So I wanted to give you guys that information up front, tell you, everything in technical and forecasting is still positive. It's still looking good. They still say this is a short-term program. Long-term, they're not real biased for it. They say long-term is designed for just the income generators and not worried about the NAV in any certain way. Short-term, this is one to get in, get out, is what they're expecting you to be. Personally, I'm a long-term investor in this one. It will be in my portfolio for a long period of time and collecting the dividends. So let's give you an update. ULTY came back in 5 days. So when you take a look at this, I call it the panic, everyone went crazy when we got the bad numbers in on Friday. This thing dropped down to $5.96 a share. We did a video immediately telling people as the sky is falling, what's going on, and we told you to hold tight. And look what's happened. Over that same period of time, you can see that we've had the rises and a little bit of falls and back to rises. But from August 1st, we had $5.96. August 5th, we were all the way back up to $6.14. And August 6th, we're opening the day today at $6.11. So you can see, and you can see in the light area of the bar chart, you can see that it's already peaking before market opens. So we can already see that this thing has some leg. It wants to climb again. It wants to get back going. This has given us a 2.5% gain since the August 1st 596 price. So very, very strong, very positive on that one, getting ourselves back to where we want to be. So it looks like the forecast could possibly be even right. And like they said, that 615 is the ceiling we got to break through, and hopefully we'll get this week. The dividend announcement. This is the huge one I've been waiting for, and when it came out, I just said we got to tell our viewers, we got to get everybody up to date, and that is, if you look at the chart has been very steady in dividends across the board. On July 10th, it was just under 10 cents at 9.6 cents. 17th, we went to $10.35, or excuse me, $10, 10 cents, the 10.1035. Boy, that's hard to say. 0.1035 cents. Then we went to the 24th, that went to 0.1029. And August 31st, we went to 0.1008. Truthfully, I expected the number to be back to the 9-cent category because I just don't think that we had enough volatility to really gather much steam. But announced as of this morning, August 6th, they are posting a 10-cent dividend again. So that is now 4 straight weeks of over 10 cents a share in dividends. That is extremely strong, guys. That is a top end point. It's raising the average on that dividend across the board. And here we go. We're dialing in, getting our income that we're needing, even in some bad times. So we take a look at the return on investment now. That 10-cent increase gets us to 0.1010 average. And with a share price of $6.11, we are talking only a 60.49 weeks or 1 year and 2 months when you have a total refund of your investment just from dividends alone. We're not even talking about any potential growth, which we know ULTY is not a huge growth builder. Is a very, very slow, we call it it's a snail pace. It's slowly going to increase if it goes up. But right here, you're getting dividends that will pay off and get your return on your investment in just shortly over 60 months or 60 weeks, 1 year and 2 months. That is phenomenal. That's a great number. That's what we look at in investing with, because if we're going to hold for the long term, we got our returns back onto it. Now, the other thing to talk about when we talk about our returns is going to be, this is still 100% return of capital, ROC. So what does that mean to you if you're not familiar with that? Well, this is how the taxes are handled. This is how the program works with the taxes. Any portion of a distribution that exceeds income or realized gains is classified as return of capital. And that's what ULTY is doing. That's how you get the distribution, is anything that exceeds the income or realized gains. ROC is not taxable when received, but it reduces your cost per share. If the ROC reduces your cost to zero, future distributions become taxable capital gains when received. Now, what does all that mean? That means is if you buy the share at $6.11, 60 weeks from now, or that year and 2 months, means you will have zeroed out your value of that share. And when you get your distributions, you will then start paying capital gains. Okay. Now, how do you beat that? I am not a tax expert. I am not an accountant anywhere across the board, but I can give you some basic, simple math, and that is reinvest into the fund. Because every share you buy adds time to your investment, adds time to your return of capital. So if you just buy a little bit every few months, you will continue adding time onto your return of capital to continue at the zero base. But that's a very strong thing that they're continuing with the 100% category as of that. Now let's talk about assets under management. This is a critical one to watch for, especially when you see everyone talking about, oh, loss of NAV and doing this and reverse splits and so on. You got to look at how much money is coming into ULTY for them to have assets to work with, and assets under management is a critical piece. When we first started reporting about ULTY, we showed you that in February of 2024, it had $664 million. And July 9th, they broke through the $1 billion barrier. Then only 8 days later, they added another almost $600 million to the fund. And on August 1st, they've hit the $2.46 billion mark. Now, would be at this point, what's going to continue? August 2nd, they just posted again $2.64 billion in assets in 5 days, even being a downtime, which is a great time to buy. They've continued to add to their assets under management. Now, there's a trick to all this. They have to continue growing their assets under management because they have to be able to keep investing and buying and selling and doing what they're doing to create the income that is requested by the investors. So this is why you see this continuously growing, is they want to keep the money going so they can continue to produce those dividends. I believe the higher this investment goes, the safer bet we have that 10 cents will continue to either climb a little bit higher and work in our favor. So, give you a final update summary of what ULTY looks like right now. It still looks solid. You take the assets under management is continuously growing at 2.6 to 2.64 billion. The return on your investment is still in that one year, 2 months, or 60 weeks. Our share prices are up 2.5% in 5 days, and they have a nice forecast of $6.45 per share. Now, this is all stuff that we get from the professional analysts. This is just me putting together information. I have no magical ball or anything that you got to look at and say, where do you get this from? Where do you get it? It's all from all the different areas that we watch and are constantly paying attention to in the information news. Guys, it's Doug the Retirement Guy. I hope you like this video. I hope you're getting some great information out of it. If you are, give us that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Man, we're getting close to our goals that we want to hit, and we want you to be part of it. And if you have any comments, leave them down below.